Hi everybody. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how people see you. So there's a new cafe opening up in McKinney called Hugs Cafe, and they employ special needs people just like me. Doesn't matter what happened or how you got that way. They see you for you. It doesn't matter that you're different. And with today's society, it's like frowned upon. I mean, that's how I feel. That's just this is kind of hard. I mean, through school, I got bullied for being special needs. And no, I'm not retarded, as some people would say special needs are. No, it just means that I need a little more help in things that I'm not going to say normal people, because normal is just a word or a setting off a washer and dryer. Normal for people in vocabulary would be regular. I'm not going to say plain Jane, because nobody's plain. We're all different. If we were all the same, we would be boring. So, therefore, we are different for a reason. We all have paths, and we all have a path to follow. So, but other than that, I mean, when you go for a job interview and they ask you, tell me a little bit about yourself, are you willing to say, yes, I have special needs? No. Yes or no? I don't have a problem with it, because I legitimately can be like, okay, hey, this is what happened, and I've overcome it. I overcome this every day. Shaken baby syndrome for me. So that means when I was 3 months old, my biological father, Frederick, he shook me, and therefore, back in '88, it was very rare for somebody to actually live after that big of a traumatic part happening to them, or accident happening. But after he did that, I was legally blind in my right eye. No matter what the doctors say, some say I'm not, some say I am, which makes no sense to me at all. When I was little, I used to get SSN, or SSI, sorry. SSN is something different, but SSI, and then my mom married my dad, and they said that he made too much money so he could actually take care of me. But when I turned 18 and he had passed away, I refiled because he wasn't taking care of me anymore. And somehow I failed the system. But it's okay for other people who don't have disabilities to get on that system. That's not fair. That's not right, because even with me working, I still don't make enough to live on my own. But with SSI, I mean, I'm not going to say I would make enough. It would just, I'm just saying, in overall, people how you want to be treated. So here's a scenario for somebody who is against other people of all odds. So if somebody's special and you treated them like crap, karma's gonna bite you in the butt. Big time. I believe in karma. And it's happened to me a couple of times, karma. Not me picking on anybody, but just something happened, me being rude, mean, or something. Yes, I know I can be rude, but it was just karma. But, I mean, other than my eye, like, for the doctor, or for the eye doctor, I can drive, but I can't drive at night. And then I can't use my left hand how I want to. Like, I can hold a cup for maybe about 5 minutes, and that's it. Because I can't do it. It's not that I don't do therapy or anything. I put myself through stuff. And, I mean, and then my brain is set up a little differently now. Where when you tell me something, and I don't understand, of course I'm going to be like, what is that? Or, can you explain it to me in a different way? So, it's not that I'm not stupid. It's not that I don't understand. It's how people word things to get miscommunication. And then, like, in high school, when I lived down in Houston, like, I went to this small school, and for the longest time after I first got there, I was always picked on by kids, except for, like, a few people, but they never judged me, but the others would pick on me no matter what. And then one day in science class, my teacher was teaching us about, like, certain diseases either you're born with or that happened to you when you were a baby. Well, one of them happened to be shaken baby syndrome, and she knew I had it because teachers know about your IEP, are like regular monthly meetings to discuss what your goals are for, I guess, that month, that year. Sorry, it's been a long day. It helps you have a goal while you're in school. Well, so she knew, and one of my friends who just happened to be in the class, she knew, but she didn't say anything. And so did my other friend who happened to be in the class too. He didn't say anything because the person who was picking on me was being really rude, and his girlfriend tried to get him to stop. But then again, she didn't like me either. But then when I actually spoke up and stood up to him and told him, hey, look, this is what I have, and it's not by choice. I stood up to him. And after that, we became, like, best friends. So if anybody picked on me while he was in front of me, he would get in their face. Because, you know, I'm going to keep telling you guys this. Treat people how you want to be treated. So if you want to be treated like trash, go right ahead. Treat people like trash. If you don't, and you want to have people treat you like a human being and being nice, then go right ahead. Open doors. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. Our parents taught us this stuff for a reason. Growing up, yeah, I loved growing up. I loved getting to go from state to state, school to school. I hated being the new kid, but other than that, I mean, I enjoyed those life experiences. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. But it's just, I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of stuff through my Facebook of other people with special needs that are going through stuff. If you don't watch the news or you don't pay attention to social media, then you live under a rock. But there's this girl, she has Down syndrome, and she's doing something that nobody's ever done. She has decided to become a model. She's a model. She's overcoming something and going for it. You know, I watched a little video about it. If she wants to stop, she can stop. If she wants to do something else, she's able to go do something else because her mom is right there, right beside her. That's mainly what I have to say. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, pity me, because it's not a pity party. Life is what you make it. Life is too short. My dad treated me like his daughter, like I was his flesh and blood. And I'm grateful for it. Yeah, we had our arguments, ups and downs, just like anybody. But who's to say that you don't become a parent and something happens to your kid? You want to do everything in your power to help them overcome things and be there for them. I know some people, after their child gets out of school, they don't want to take care of them anymore, so they put them in a home. And I, I don't understand it. And I had to ask Michael about it, and he tried to explain it, but it still makes no sense. They're your child. It's just like when my mom gets older and she needs somebody to take care of her, I will take care of her until it's that time to put her in a home where she wants to be. But other than that, I'm going to do everything in my power to be that person, to overcome everything and push the boundaries. My mom can tell you, I did not color in the box. I lived outside the box. I never thought inside the box. Why? Why? This is your box. The little frame of this video screen is the box. Why are you going to think only inside the box when you can imagine and dream and do endless possibilities outside the box? Dream in color, live in color. I mean, my mom can tell you, I did not care if I wore purple pants and a green top. I could go out and not give a care. If it made me happy, I was going to do it. I don't care if my clothes match. As long as I was happy and I had a happy personality and would go up to people and be like, hi, how are you? And so on. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not going to live life hiding. I'm not going to do that. Why am I going to do that? That's just letting the man stick it to me and be like, well, you can't do anything. You're special. You're reliability. I've had it. I've had it in the past where I've had friends be like, because I don't drive. I don't. It's not that I don't want to. I've tried learning. All this stuff. I've had it one day where a friend was supposed to pick me up because we were going to hang out. Well, she didn't want to drive to come and pick me up. Even though she was going to go past my house for us to go hang out, she didn't want to pick me up. She said I was a waste of gas. And that hurt. That really hurt. Because I offered to pay her gas. Because, as I said, I don't drive. So what else is there? I was willing to help any way I could. Not to just sit there and hang out with my friends, beg them, oh, you have a car, let's go hang out. She's the one who was like, oh, let's go do this, this, and this. And then she tells me, I don't want to drive. I don't want to come and pick you up because you're a waste of gas. I'm not a waste of gas. And that hurt. That really did hurt. I had an ex-boyfriend who broke up with me because of this stupidest reason. He knew. We went to school together. He knew. He had a crush on me in 8th grade. He knew. When we finally tried going out, because he didn't want to drive to, like, I live in one little city, he lived in the other. He didn't want to come and see his girlfriend and have a date because he said that I was a liability to have it in the car. And I'm like, I'm not a liability. I have my identification card. At that time, I could pay somewhat, but other than that, I'm not a useless person. If you want me to lift boxes, I'm going to lift boxes. You want me to stock your back room for your company, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do whatever needs to be done because I'm not going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs and be bored to pieces when I can be out there just like anybody else, earning money just like everybody else. I watched a video yesterday on Facebook of these guys who wanted to prove a point. It was a homeless man versus homeless kid. And the way people treated him compared to the kid, it was disgusting. To me, it was disgusting. Don't sit here and say, oh, go get a job. You know, some people who have had jobs and not say take a break, but have gotten injured in some way or another, like in my case, I'm not going to sit here and be like, hide that I have shaken baby syndrome. I'm not going to hide that. But what hurt me is I found out, like in that video, he was a vet and nobody wanted to give him money. They wanted to give the kid money, but when there was a cop that came up, she ended up like smacking his hat off and telling him he should go out and get a job and this and that. But she gave money to that kid. Why isn't she saying, hey, kid, you need to get up and go find a job? Or, dude, nowadays anybody can get a job. Walking dogs, picking up poop, babysitting. That kid could have went and babysat, for all you know. But, yeah, treat people how you want to be treated. And that goes upon animals too. Animals can have special needs too. Like my cat, she got special towards the end because she was going deaf. She was going blind, and I didn't care. I loved her, and I treated her just as I treated her for the last 13 years. My little chinchilla, he's a little special. I treat him just with a quirky attitude because he has this quirky personality and is always hyper, so I treat him just as... I mean, if he bites me, yes, I do a little flick on his nose, but I'm not mean to him. And, I mean, I used to have a lizard who was so special, he had to be hand-fed. But, I mean, there's dogs that have 3 legs, or just 2 legs, but my point is, treat people how you want to be treated. And people who have special needs, they have special needs. They are not retarded. Do not call them retarded, because it will bite you in the ass. Even if you're messing around and being like, oh, ha ha ha, he's retarded because he has to ride the little bus. No, that don't work like that. No, 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 no. Shame on you. Shame, 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 shame. I mean, persevere, people. Persevere. Don't let... Every time you think of something that's gonna hurt you, think of the Taylor Swift song, Shake It Off. Just think of that song every time somebody wants to take you down and be like, well, I'm better at you, blah, 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 you're nothing, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. No, think of this. Think of that song, and you will be crystal clear, A-OK, and there you go. Don't let the haters win. So, I'm going to call it a night, only because I have a big project that I'm going to do tomorrow for volunteering. I will take pictures and video. I'll figure out how to add them into a video. But I will talk to you guys all tomorrow or sometime this week. Bye!